composition. Population composition. Population, it has composed, their study has related with the age, sex, literacy level, health conditions, occupations, and income level prevailing in society. Prevailing in society. Clear? The relationship between as a different age groups, it has expressed through as the age and sex pyramids. Age and sex pyramids, the population pyramids. Clear? The composition of a population has indicates as the ratio between the two genders, ratio between the males and females. It has expressed through the sex ratio. It expressed through sex ratio. Sex ratio refers to sex ratio refers to sex ratio refers to the meaning of a sex ratio. Sex ratio refers to the total number of females, as compared to, as proportion to 1000 males. In our country, when we are talking about as the population composition, the study of a population composition of any of a area, any district, state, or whole of a country, we are emphasizing over the study of a sex ratio. Sex ratio. Sex ratio defined as the total number of females as proportion to the 1000 males. Means in total population, how many total number of females are present in proportion to the 1000 males as an average. As an average, after in compared to the 1000 males, how many total number of females are there? When we are studying about the India's sex ratio, in a 2001, it was a 933 females were living in our country, comparatively the 1000 males, as compared to the 1000 males. This was as a national the report of a census published in 2001. According to the 2011, the sex ratio of India, it was a 944 females comparatively the 1000 males. 1000 males means girls population, it was as a lesser comparatively the males population as compared to the males population. But this trend, it was not uniformly existed over a complete of India. Some of the states were there where the females population, it was a higher comparatively the males population as compared to the 1000 number of males, females population, it was a higher. These states were the Kerala, Meghalaya, and Nagaland. At Kerala, the total number of 1009 females were present comparatively 1000 males. Clear? It shows that the high literacy level of such states makes the possibilities for a growth of more possibilities of a growth of girls. But as compared to this, as a low sex ratio lies in Punjab, Haryana, such of the states. Punjab, Haryana. In Haryana, where the sex ratio lies as 842 females comparatively to 1000 males, and in Punjab as 856 females comparatively to 1000 males, as compared to the 1000 males. So when we are seeing the such kind of that data, it visualizes that those areas where the females population is lesser. It's lesser because of a preference to the male child. Preference to male child, female feticide, infanticide, crime against women responsible for the less number of females comparatively males. Clear? So through the sex ratio, we study about the population composition. Through the age comparisons, in our country, there are three age groups are there. Three age groups are there which are used for a study of age groups. These are 0 to 14 age group, 0 to 14 age group, 15 to 59 age group, 60 and above. 60 and above. 15 to 59 age group is a working class, which are engaged in a production of goods and services. Production of goods and services means that age group, 15 to 59 age group, these indicates as the independent class. Independent class which contributes in economy with production of goods and services. These are the earners, income earners. And 0 to 14 and above of 60, these are the dependent class. Dependent class. These two age groups, 0 to 14, means you and the elderly peoples. They are the dependent upon the working population. Working population. Is that clear? Working population. And this expressed through the population pyramids. The age and sex composition of any country, it has explains with the help of a population pyramids. On your screen, the figure 6.6 indicates as the population pyramid. When we see figure 6.6 on your textbook, figure 6.6 on your textbooks, the blue bars are the male population and the red bars are the female population. Here you are seeing that the left side on a y-axis as the age group years are marked here. Age group years are marked here. Age group years are marked here. Age group years. So 0 to 14 age group. So 0 to 4 age group. 0 to 4 age group, the bar is indicates as a longer length in both the sides, males and females. But when we start to moving towards as a 0 to 14 age group, the number of kids, their population as decreasing. Population decreasing. If such trend as the larger in extent, which indicates that the poor medical facilities, malnourishment, female infanticide, female feticide, these are the reasons responsible for the less number of children lives under the age group of 0 to 14 years. 0 to 14 years. If our 0 to 14 age group, this is as the lower, it means that our country, it can be as a grow in the future. Because if the working population, it will be not ready for a earn within as economy, if it will be not survive, then how can as a production of goods and services possible in economy? For which the study of a economy, we are emphasizing over the population pyramids. Population pyramids are they are explaining or depicting as the different age groups of a population, different age groups of population in which the population has lies. When you are seeing on your figure 6.6, 15 to 60 age group, the central margin. If your population has a larger in this extent, it means as a good number of goods are manufactured in our country. If your total number of a working population, it is as a lesser, comparatively the dependent class, means the working population 15 to 59 age group, total number of inhabitants are the lesser, comparatively 0 to 14 or 60 and above, means they will be as a more burden on a working population. More burden on working population. They will be as the are asset, means that working population which contributes in economy, that population it will avail as a burden of a large number of inhabitants in a country. That kind of a country, it may be as a developing or either underdeveloped. It can't become as a developed country, where the more number of people living under the 0 to 14 and 60 and above, which are dependent on a 15 to 59 age group. If we compare the population pyramids with the present scenario, in a present situation in which most number of our children after completion of their 10th level and a plus 2 level, they are moving towards abroad in Canada, US, Russia, Australia, New Zealand for a better living conditions, England, France. If this population, it will be moved away from the India, it will leave the country, it will becomes as the immigrants, then what will happen? What will be happen? They will be as a production of a goods and services, it will directly impact it. It will directly influence. Clear? Is that clear? This is as a role of a age and sex pyramids. One more thing as a literacy. Literacy level also helps for the study of a population composition. Population composition. Literacy and education are reasonably good indicators of development in society. It forms an important input in the overall development of individuals, enabling them for comprehend their social, political, and cultural environment better and respond to its opportunity. According to the census of 2001, a person aged 7 years, and above, who can read and write with understanding in any language, means a person can express their thoughts in any language, is considered as the literate. I'm again repeating as a meaning of a literacy. Meaning of literacy, according to census 2001, a person aged 7 years and above, who can read and write with understanding of any language. Language in the sense, not, it doesn't mean that the English language only. A person can read and write and express their thoughts in any language, is treated as literate. Is treated as literate in our economy. The national literacy rate, according to 2011, literacy rate of India, 2011, according to 2011, it was a 72%. 72% people were literate. 72% of people were literate. That literacy rate among women, it was the 65.63, and among the males as 76%. Among males as the 76%. Literacy has a directly influenced by the total enrollment of individuals in a school education, means a child which is enrolled in a, which is admitted in a nursery class. There is a large section of students are there which left their schools before completion of a 12th level of education. 12th standard of education, students left the school education. They are considered under the dropouts. They are considered under dropouts. Those people, due to their poor economic background, inadequate facilities or schools located at the far away from their houses, most number of children, they left the school education. Such number of individuals are considered under the dropouts. So to increase the number of individuals in a school education and reduce the dropouts, for which the government of India formulated a number of schemes like Sarv Shiksha Abhiyan. In this scheme, as a free and compulsory education given to the individuals among the age group of 6 to 14 years, means 8th level of education, free of cost given to the individuals, to the students. Second, as a midday meal scheme, in which the nutritious food given to students in schools, in government schools. This is also applicable among as the 6 to 14 age groups. 6 to 14 age group. Third, as the Right to Education Act, such kind of the constitutional provisions, they given as the opportunities to people through which they can become as the literate in economy. Clear? This was our chapter, human resource. Any questions? If you are having any queries related with this chapter, you can ask. Yes? Any questions, any queries related with the human resource? Human resource chapter we started in two as the distribution of resources. So a distribution of a human resource, distribution of a population in all over the world economies. Afterwards as density. Yes, Samil?
सर आपने कहा जैसे 59 के ऊपर वाले जो हैं वो डिपेंडेंट होते हैं, पर सर कई 59 के ऊपर वाले सर वो अपना मतलब खुद वर्क करके सर इंडिपेंडेंट भी तो होते हैं.
Here we are talking about those elderly peoples which left their jobs. Now they are the pensioners. They are
after retirement. After retirement.
As a here at the last section of a population is that which earned their throughout their life as a daily wage workers, construction workers, daily wage workers, vegetable vendors. Throughout their life, they were not having as a regular source of income. After the completion of the age of 60 years, they are dependent on their kids. Clear, Samil? Okay, they are dependents. Pension milti hai, government scheme. Through the government scheme, there is a pension as given to the such elderly people. This is as a 2,000 rupees. 2,000. Is this justified for them? When we compare with us, our present needs, the basic needs, food, shelter, clothing, these needs has a more than the 10,000 for the individuals. More than the 7, 8, 10,000 for the. This is as the reason responsible for the low per capita income in our country. Low per capita income in our country. Why? Because a large section of a population is still dependent upon the working class. अगर काम करने वाली population ही नहीं होगी. In present scenario, as due to the brain drain, our youth moving towards abroad. If the working population not available in a country, how can as a goods will manufacture? Who will as the earn? Who will earn the income? Under such circumstances, the condition of a dependent class, it will be as a influence, it will affect it as directly. Tomorrow's test, it will be as a till the time period of 1910. 1910. Tomorrow's test from 1870 to the 1910. Dandi March, I think it was has happened on a 1930. So rest of the chapter, it will rest of the test, it will be afterwards, 1910 to the next, it will be in a next week. Tomorrow, your class test, it will be as a included a portion of 1870 towards a 1910 AD. Clear? Yes. Any other query? Any other questions? Any other questions? Now exercise, back exercise. Back exercise. Why are people considered as resource? Why are people considered as resource? Because people contribute in economy with production of goods and services. Goods and services. People contribute in economy with production of goods and services. Second point, goods and services. Income earned by individuals. Income earned by individuals calculated in national income. Calculated in national income. Calculated in national income. Third, availability of a population, availability of a skilled population make possible changes through which optimum use of resources, optimum means best use of resources, it can possible, optimum use of resources can possible. Clear? What are the causes for the uneven distribution of population in a world? Those factors which we discuss in a chapter as a geographical, socio-cultural factors. Socio-cultural factors. Socio-cultural factors. Geographical, socio-cultural factors. These factors. Cultural factors, economic factors, social factors, geographical factors includes minerals, water, land, climate. They are responsible for the growth of population. Minerals, water, soil, climate, topography, economic, social, cultural factors are responsible for the concentration of a population. No need to explain it, just only as a headings. Just only the headings. If in examination, such kind of a question, it will be asked in a long question, you have to explain it. You have to explain it. Clear? So third question, the world population has grown very rapidly. Yes, Khyati?
Can I give the answer, please?
Yes, the world population has grown very rapidly. Why?
In 1999, the population increased to 6 billion because of the availability of proper food, medicines, and dairy products to the people. The death rate was decreased and the birth rate remained the same. So there was a sudden change in the population.
Very good. First point. Improvements in a medical facilities given by the Khyati. Improvements in a medical facilities reduce the death rate. Reduce death rate. That's why as a world's population grown very rapidly. Second, first as improvements in a medical facilities. Second, food security. Food security in the sense country having as a sufficient number of resources to feed their population. If Veeran living in a Canada, in Soumil living in England, Russia, Australia, their governments are self-sufficient. They can feed their population as a free of cost. Either they are doing the work or not. Clear? Government having as a sufficient number of resources to which they can feed their population. Food security is there. Food security, same situation has prevails in our country also. But our government has not distributing the food grains at free of cost. They are given as a free food grains at a low cost prices. on a controlled prices. First, first improvements in a medical facilities. Second, food security, due to as a food security, world's total population has grown as very rapidly. Next, third, discuss the role of, fourth question, discuss the role of any two factors which influencing as a population change: birth rate, death rate, migration. Birth rate, death rate, migration. Yes, Manasvi? Their meanings, all the three.
सर क्वेश्चन नंबर 3 में ये नहीं आ सकता कि जॉब अपॉर्चुनिटीज की इम्प्रूवमेंट हुई है.
अगर jobs improve हुई हैं, if the job opportunities are
नंबर ऑफ
increasing,
जॉब
if the job opportunities
Yes.
are increasing, it will be as an impact over a growth of a population. अगर जॉब मिल रही है लोगों को, उससे पॉपुलेशन बढ़ेगी, उसका रिलेशन उसके साथ
sir.
क्या होगा? हाँ जी, मनस्वी. Fourth question, Manasvi, is here. Factors responsible for the population change: birth rate, death rate, migration. Their meanings. Manasvi Chauhan.
सर नंबर ऑफ डेथ per 1,000 person in a year, and then migration, movement of people from place to place for better living conditions, better job opportunities.
In this question, with the
Etc.
meaning, you have to write that you have to write the reasons responsible for the higher death rate, higher birth rate, or a migration in a country. If the migration is occur widely, as a, what are the reasons responsible for this? If the death rate is controlled in India, as their reasons. If the birth rate is regularly as increasing, what are their causes responsible for this? First of all, the meaning, then their causes. Causes responsible for the high birth rate in India. Death rate, their meaning, causes responsible for the declining death rate in India, and afterwards as a third meaning of a migration and their causes responsible for this. Causes responsible for the migration in India. Question number 5, what is meant by the population composition? What is meant by the population composition? What is meant by the, yes, Kathy?
Population composition means the distribution of people according to the characteristics like age, sex, literature, etc. This also tells us the numbers of male and females.
Very good. To understand the role of the people as a resource, which has visualizing on your screens, till the income level, till income level, you have to mark in your discussion population pyramids, or sorry, population composition. And what are the population pyramids? Population pyramids are the its answer has given on a page number 68. Population pyramids, their answer has given on a page number 68. An interesting way of studying the population composition of a country is by looking at the population pyramids, which shows these 2 points which are given under the population pyramids. You have to note it down. Population pyramids. How do they help in understanding about the population of a country? Population pyramids explains the total number of inhabitants living in a different age groups. Total number of inhabitants, the total number of people living in a different age groups, for which we are basically using as a population pyramids. So take the correct answers. Which does the term population distribution refers to? Veeran will answer. Veeran, raise your hand. Veeran, raise your hand. Navkaran. Yes, Manasvi, what is the answer?
Sir, C option.
Question is which does the term population distribution refers to? How population in specific
way in
area
people.
wait changes over time. The number of people who die in relation to the number of people born in a specified area. The way in which the people are spread across a given area. C option. C option. The way in which as a people are spread, they are existing in a present economy. They are existing in economy. When we are study about the population of a different states of India, then we see that the large number of people which are available in Uttar Pradesh, due to which as it has possessing as a high distribution of population. High distribution of population. But as compared to this, when we study about the density, the high density of population has existing in a West Bengal, where the smaller number of the surface area used by the high growth of population, the dense growth of population. Which are the three main factors that cause as a population change? B, births, deaths, migration. Births, deaths, migration. If you are having as a technical issues in relation to your network, you can send your messages in a chat. For example, Japji, Avdi given as a correct answer, birth rate, death rate, and a migration are these are the indicators through which we can study about the population change. In 1999, the world population reached just recently as a Khyati given its answer. Khyati given its answer. C option, 6 billion. 6 billion. Manasvi, Japji given correct answer. Saumil also. Saumil, Japji, Avdi, Saumil, Manasvi and Japji given correct answer. 6 billion. What is a population pyramid? Population pyramid. A. Option A, very good. Manasvi, first answer. Japji, Manasvi, correct answers. What is as a population pyramid? A graphical presentation of a such composition of a population. A option is a correct. A option is a correct. This was your chapter. This was your chapter. So today is a Wednesday. Your copies it should be as a ready till as a Saturday. Till Saturday, your copies it should be as a ready. Clear? Tomorrow onwards, we will start as a revision of yes, Saksham Beta. You have to attempt to answer the questions briefly. Answer the questions briefly on your notebooks. Yes, Saksham. Saksham.